So what really happened in West Bengal Maheshtala on June 11, 2025? Let's break it down, because while the headlines screamed mob violence and clashes, there is a deeper and more complicated story here. One that doesn't fit into simple communal narratives. So here's the timeline. In a locality called Rabindranagar Akra in Maheshtala, West Bengal, a violent clash broke out on Wednesday. Stones were hurled, vehicles were torched, including a police jeep, and several officers were injured, including a woman constable. The police had to use lathi charge and tear gas to disperse the mob. 13 people have been arrested so far. But the real question is, what triggered it all? Well, it started over a piece of land, a fruit shop to be specific. The shop was run by a member of a minority community. He had shut shop for Eid and gone away. And in his absence, a Tulsi platform, or what people in Bengal call a Tulsi Mancha, suddenly came up right on that spot. Now, this wasn't just a small religious structure. It carried emotional and religious significance. People claimed it was near a Shiva temple and that the land belonged to the temple. Others said this was an encroachment, a setup that didn't exist before. Some locals believed that this was intentionally constructed while the shopkeeper was away for Eid. So when the shopkeeper returned and saw this Tulsi plant on what he considered his shop space, he didn't recognize its religious importance. It's been alleged that he may have moved it aside. That single moment, that misunderstanding set off a chain reaction. Soon, tempers flared, allegations flew. One side said their temple land was being grabbed. The other side said the Tulsi plant was used as a provocation. What should have been a civic land dispute quickly turned into mob anger and chaos. But here's the most important part, and that is where we really need to pause and reflect. Was this a Hindu-Muslim clash? Or was it something else that got twisted into a religious narrative? Well, according to reports and local authorities, this was not a communal right. It was a dispute over land, mixed with religious misunderstanding made worse by absence of the shopkeeper during Eid. However, some political leaders, particularly from BJP, jumped in. BJP's Suvendu Adhikari even said Hindu shopkeepers were targeted and demanded central forces be deployed.
The Hindus are tortured. The Maheshtala, Metia Buruj, Rabindranagar police area. The Hindus are tortured. Hindu shops and houses looted. And police also injured. Several police personnel injured. Multiple number of cars vandalized. But police did not work. They should deploy paramilitary forces to save the police forces and Hindu. The common police forces and the Hindu people not safe in Bengal under the leadership of Mamata Banerjee. Tomorrow we will raise our voice strongly in assembly, as well as we will move a petition to the special bench, Calcutta High Court also.
Now this raises another question. When leaders start framing such incidents as communal, what's the impact on the ground? Well, it fuels divisions, it spreads fear, it pulls communities apart. The truth is, this violence was tragic, but it wasn't communal as its core. It was a property dispute mixed with emotional triggers, which spiraled because of mob mentality and poor crowd control. Thankfully, things are under control now. Security has been tightened and BNSS 163, similar to Section 144, has been imposed. More arrests are likely and senior police officers are on the ground. But let's be clear, the damage, both physical and emotional, was real. But so was the opportunistic politicization of that damage. So the next time we hear about communal violence, let's ask, what's the real story beneath the shouting? Who benefits when the narrative shifts from land to religion? And are we falling for it? This was Maheshtala's story, a local issue turned into a national debate. But at its heart, it reminds us how fragile peace is and how important truth remains. So let us know your views in the comments below. And for more updates, do like, share and subscribe to the Free Press Journal.